Welcome to Go Poetry. We're here with Zatar from www.ecomall.com. So why don't you get your browsers in gear, get over to Ecomall, and let's get a nice poem from Zatar.
Well, the same Martian vibe. Uh, Come to party. Listen, all you earthlings. Let's get hip. Bang your head, stamp your feet. The aliens are here and about to speak. Everybody see the UFOs. Everybody say hello. Everybody get ready to go. Mind awaken? The crowd is hot. Rock and roll will never stop. We've come to party, scream and shout. Now we're here and about to come out. This is what we look like. Dig what we say. We have come to party and we're on our way.
The Martian theme accidentally making its way into our coincidental poems here. Tom Zatar K, who is with us right now. How you doing, Tom? Zatar?
Happy.
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 Happy and happening. It's good to have you here. We met a couple of years ago when the whole internet Silicon Alley thing was just in one of its previous, incubus stages. And it's good to see that Ecomall is still on the web and prospering.
If it's for God, it's no problem.
I got it up. We got it up on the real video. And maybe you want to do another poem, and then we can talk a little bit about Ecomall and see what happens.
Deep. As I watch melting souls drip through that drain of time, I come to mind a wind blows my visions, the sin expands, as whispers eternal breath, found hearts inhaling reality, as if all illusions appear as fate, glistering screams touching implanted forces, galactic sun and darkness.
So, Zatar, tell us about your poetry. How do you classify yourself as a poet?
An extremely frail instrument of human destiny. I think in a world without art there can't be peace, and the ability to write is an active act of expanding kundalini, which is the uncontrollable urge to create and help heal and be an evolutionary process. It surrounds the universe, earth, in the divine spiritual power from the mind. Every one of our thoughts, everything we are taught, comes from an omni-truth, speaks of hope, inner use, no nuke.
Cool. Is this part of the? This is obviously part of the Ecomall mission.
Definitely. That having pollution is an act of violence, and poetry heals and ecology heals.
How long have you been writing poetry?
Since I was a little kid, since I can remember, it's been coming out of me. I have no choice, It's one of those things. I have a lot of funny poems and aggressive poems, and I'd like to do a lot of them. I run my car into the sun. I race in speed just for fun. Lose control, run. God damn, speed limit fate. My tires burn and cannot wait. At 55, I'm not alive. I've got to race into the sun. I've got to run and live my dreams. I've got to race my machine. And if I die behind the wheel, do not cry for what they steal. I've lived my life for what is real. As the red-top bubblegum machine attempts to break and take our dreams, remember who raced and won. Let them peel my body from the sun.
Great. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we're going to come back with more Tom Zatar K. We got from Zatar.
Be a cosmic star child, time warping space, your future that couldn't wait, encounter of the third kind, party every night, wild creatures in flight, cool cats, maniacs, Sexy green-skinned alien girl took my soul aboard a UFO. Be a cosmic star child, time warping space, your future that couldn't wait. Royal fingers touch the heart. Paychecks rip them apart. Hungry artist type alone in destitution, sidewalk homes. Poets sleep on pens. Man climbs mountains to look for higher ones. If he can't see any, he makes them. I saw the world, myself so small. I looked for peace as the mountains called. You won't come together, so how do you expect me to live this empty hell when I am only one hurting deep inside who wants to touch the sun, if only for a moment to feel its warmth around me, not to watch you die. I've tried, I'm trying, and I'm nothing. Forever is too long, waiting for peace. Sexist men must understand. Women don't live for them. Pretty ladies going by, feminists asking why. Throughout the world, women are slaves. Can't own land, must obey. How do you tell a woman their rights when oppression has been their life? Don't be whipped by macho rules. Don't become another fool. Robin, I don't understand. I don't want a man who can't understand what I am. Equal. Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't treat me as another goal, another hole, something to show. I do not care where you stick the pin. The middle is not what you win. Frisky. Frisky was the first dog I ever had, a fun miniature schnauzer that made me glad. The best damn dog this kid will ever have. When I first got him, he was oh so small. He'd love to play go fetch the ball. I'd throw it, and he'd bring it back. I'd throw it, and he'd bring it back. He'd bark at strangers, bite one or two. There were two little poodles he'd love to do. He'd sleep outside when he felt like it. He'd wake me up with a lick, lick, lick. He was never housebroken. He'd love to piss the living room carpet, my mother's fit, and I always had to clean it. Frisky was the first dog I ever had, a fun miniature schnauzer that made me glad. The best damn dog this kid will ever have. The best damn dog this kid will ever have.
Looking at your real video, you got Tom Zatar K and products on the screen. Part of the website www.ecomall.com. Cool rhythms you got going. You got like a real fun poetry is fun for you.
Yeah, poetry should be fun for everybody.
Passionate and fun for you. It's great.
Yeah, it's just the way it should be for everybody. A man and his dog. On a stroll, who is led? The dog runs ahead. So you might conclude the man is who is following the dog, or knows critical turns, or learns fate. 'Cause the dog waits for a sign from his master, like he were, and then bounds forward as if he had intended to say he was taking that path anyway. The man is theory, the dog is practice.
You have a lot of trickery in your, a lot of games, a lot of tricks going on in your mind. I mean, the games.
Deepness, fun words.
Triple meanings and
Bigger and bigger and bigger. Bigger. Hunk, gasser, pack, size, dunker, road test thinking. Buku, simpa, ma buki, ke, ku, e, hey. Cuts, it's all right. I like it.
poetry studying or...
Definitely.
Yeah, where,
Definitely.
what kind of background?
Well, I guess my hero is William Packard, a New York Poetry Journal or something. Lots of people call Steinberg. Anything that you could expand the consciousness with the poetry, deliberately so, in a way to make people happy, like Funkaboo, Funkaboo, snuff is tough, you're so buoy, praise the Lord, psychedelic boo, splash, boo.
Good stuff.
Years of like funny, positive thoughts. Here's an adolescent coming of age one. Housekeeper, housekeeper, clean, clean, clean. Cook our shit, but don't be seen. You're just an immigrant, life in hell. You're a but cook real swell. And clean and clean and clean and clean. Oh, but Monday when you're off, everything just falls apart. Out to dinner and what to say at the dinner table play. Now listen, son, be like me. Now listen, son, that's reality. Now listen, son, I'll take no shit. I work too hard for your lip. Oh, but darling, he's so sweet. Give him time and let him eat. Oh, but people, let me be. I'm not what you make of me. I'm not who you think I am. I'm too high to understand.
Zatar, Tom Zatar K. You started looking at the paper on that one, and then you looked away, so you memorized a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Do you go out and perform these things much?
Oh, yeah, we have Club Blab, where we set down the blab when I had a bar in Hollywood called Zatar's.
Really?
And, performing in public once a week is good for the soul.
Definitely. A couple more poems, and then we're going to get in a little discussion here. But we were both ruminating over the fact that being here in New York and pounding it out to the world on the net is just untouchable.
Global village.
Here we go. Mr. Zatar, one more time.
Love nature. You can't rush open the door of fate. It won't budge. Great. Go with the flow. Be with nature. Compassion, wind blows, sense glows in every drop of air, breath, our future, as falling stars or as electric cars. It's ours to unfold in amazement of it all, how we do survive. So hear a cry from all animals on this earth, environmental, global greenhouse effect, so much to think about as we ponder our existence. Pollution is a violent act. Eco-activism, fact of life, extinction of a race, ozone depletion, rainforests, burns, must stop the greed and save 1,000-year-old trees.
You got it. You are like the priest of the timelessness.
Good God, hit me 2 times. A zillion exploding flowers. Ecology consciousness cleans. Yes, we're all awakened beings. Transporting energy, suspending time. Cosmic shower. What's the matter? Green nature dancing. Laughing children fly. Rainbows crawl. Using solar power. Mother Earth. Mommy, mommy. Come on, all you headbangers, scream for utopia now. Non-polluting waterfalls, electric cars for sure.
Beautiful.
Dig.
Headbangers. Get in your electric cars. Turn the amps up.
Hey.
Hey, so the Eco Mall. Let's talk about it for a few minutes.
Okay.
What do you do? And when people show up at www.ecomall.com, what are you presenting to them?
If they want to help save the world, they can buy green sustainability products. If they want to help affect change, they can email Washington for green activism. They can go to our links and surf the web for the most awakened environmental sites on the internet. They can use our database and search for every solar energy company in the country. They can do anything that they want to do. They can go to our forums. They can go to the chat room.
How long have you been doing it, this site?
I started the site about 4 years ago, and I've been involved in solar energy since I was 16, and I was a solar energy consultant to Exxon Enterprises, the venture capital arm of Exxon, when I was 22. So I've been involved in the eco-mall for many years.
And how the business question that everybody asks on the net, how does the eco-mall stay alive?
The eco-mall stays alive by selling advertisements. People pay to be at the eco-mall, and we set up home pages for people, and people pay for links, and we sell a few products.
Cool.
90% of what we do is not for profit, but that 10% is a good 10%.
Keeps it alive, yeah.
We're probably the biggest environmental shopping center on the internet, and getting bigger, much bigger.
Cool. What are some of the things people talk about on the forums, in the forums on the Eco Mall?
Hemp products are really big.
Yeah.
Solar energy is really big. Alternative energy is really big.
Mo-
Organic
I bet
food is
mo-
vegetarian is really big.
Most of the people there are they they're probably not confused about hemp versus, THC oriented hemp.
Sure. Hemp is just about to bust out. When they legalize it for farming in this country, it will be much better than importing it.
And do you have any inside information on that? Are they going to do that?
Absolutely.
Really?
No doubt about it. And we should lobby for that, which we're doing, and we're also lobbying for solar energy and renewable energies and everything else you can do. If you give a damn about the country, go to the Eco Mall and hit some of the activism links and lobby. There's a lot of good information there.
What are the obvious things to you that are keeping us from indulging in such a smart way to produce paper and clothing and fuel and with hemp? Why has the government and why have corporations stopped this from happening?
It's a big pendulum out there, a big greedy pendulum of motherfuckers who don't give a damn about anything but greed. And as long as greed rules the country, and you can buy the best minds, and they don't have an awakened perspective, but they will have awakened perspective, and then as Gore or Clinton, which is green as they're going to get greener, they'll realize it's an evolutionary process to love Mother Nature and Mother Earth and stop the violence against nature and help heal this planet. You can tell how high a society is by how much of its garbage is recycled. Death in Alaska, environmental disaster, nature being crucified. 1 million birds will never fly. 1 million birds will never fly. Solar energy, solar energy, solar energy. Non-polluting, non-polluting.
Mid-phrase, mid-thought poem launch with Zatar of www.ecomall.com.
Anyone who wants to see Zatar art, you go to the Bucky page, Buckminster Fuller, and you click on some of the buttons there, and you'll see a whole bunch of special effects flying at you in artwork. They're hidden secrets.
It's a beautiful site because it's so brightly colored. You got the rainbow spectrum going hardcore at Eco Mall. Some of the things that are there are the eco links. There's catalog. What kind of catalogs are on?
Catalogs that let you go offline for practical solar energy and turn off the damn utilities. Catalogs for clothing, for health food, for anything you can imagine.
There's also foods, there's gifts, there's magazines. Are you directing people to magazines?
Great magazines, great environmentally correct
What are some of the magazines that you like that are environmentally correct?
Everyone that's at the Eco Mall there.
Gotta go check it out.
They're all great.
There's recycling information, there's solar information, videos, there are renewable energy information, Eco Kids. What's an Eco Kid?
Oh, Eco Kid is someone who's in elementary school that wants to go green and get their parents to recycle and get the schools to recycle and clean up the neighborhood and learn more about the environment.
And then, go ahead.
It's an educational button.
And then there's articles, and in the articles is babies. I just had a baby, so I'm interested in.
Gee,
I didn't have the baby. But
Marianne, my wonderful wife, I'll read a poem to, is 5 months pregnant, and we'll have a real eco-mole baby there.
Great.
The products, anything you can imagine that's practical, that's green, we've got it, and more coming on that people need. There's organic baby food, there's organic clothing for babies, there's everything you can imagine. Well, if the camera is... Right.
You're on camera.
The camera's on?
Yeah.
Well, the least thing to do is...
We've got to get those feet.
Does the camera get that?
Can we get that with the camera? We're trying. Hold on. We're going to get it. He's got the camera focused. The switcher's on the real video. The camera's being switched. Zatar's holding this pose. And yes, we've got it. We have the... What do you call that? What do you call
Standing on your head and crossing your legs.
Standing on your head and crossing your legs. But isn't there some sort of technical meditative connotation to it?
Yoga.
Yoga. When did you become green? How did you do that? Did you wake up at 1 year old, or did you wake up at teenage and say, "Gee, something's right or wrong here," or what?
Well, I got my first issue of Popular Science magazine, and they had solar, and I knew that there was other ways. There was solar. There were things. You know, I fell in love with solar energy, the practicality of everything. That it's non-polluting, all renewable forms of energy, and solar energy has been stifled for many, many years, and there's solar collectors in Manhattan that have been working for 20 years heating up the hot water in the printing shop building, and how come they've been suppressed? What happened to the 40% solar? You know, it's a good fight that we're fighting. You know, it's the real thing, you know, to get out there.
What does solar replace when it comes into its full fruition? What technology does it replace at that point?
It replaces, even though it's the utility companies now that are building the solar farms, so it's hard to say that, but to go offline, it replaces your dependence on the mighty dollar for polluting oil and everything else. It's non-polluting. Life cycle costing pays for itself with the money saved from free solar energy.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to get more great insight about the ecology, the world, and Eco-Mall, and Tom Zatar K.
What does it all mean to live out your dream? It makes you want to scream. Holy shit, this is it. Happiness is all that matters. Without it, insanity shatters. Catastrophe of human greed. Slavery must not succeed. Everyone is gonna die. Our soul does survive. Holy shit, this is it. You work at your job that is so very hard. What does it all mean to live out your dream? It makes you want to scream. Holy shit, this is it.
So he said shit to the soul. Something you said there kind of
our body is
keyed
a
that in my memory.
spaceship for our souls. You know, too many inputs and not enough prayer makes confusion of our age. You know, we're a giant of the intellect, and we spend no time for the higher consciousness side of us, and within us all lies the ability to awaken to higher realms of consciousness, and it's our most valuable asset, and we have to give it a little respect and some time for it to blossom. But we're on the verge of new age. We're on the verge of millennium, where everyone will have the juice.
What's the impact of millennium to you? A lot of people, you know, throw that word around. The millennium, the new millennium. What's the real impact to you as someone who's been involved in higher consciousness on this, you know, on not a superficial level?
I believe there's a coming together of all the various higher forms of consciousness in the physical and the mental world, meaning that there'll be physical proof that there is higher consciousness, a transformation that takes place. And this physical science proof will put forth in front of humanity that it is our most valuable asset, and we have to go work with that, the right lifestyle from birth, you know, awaken Kundalini. And the new age will be an awakened age and a non-polluting age, and a beautiful place to be. And we are the archetypes of this, because only from an awakened perspective can you make that observation.
Filling me up. You're filling me up. Got another one you want to kick?
Marianne, now that I've found you, I am hooked to a sanity. You're all beauty to me. for you understand who I am? Pain to see such a fucked up world, pollution, bloody insanity, TV news. I can see through all of this. We live in yoga's consciousness, part of timeless bliss, karma, reality, spaceship for our souls. Behold our moments in a galactic play of bliss, our love together. Let's me be this, as we kiss eternal happiness.
I want to do a. Is that your wife?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to do. I can't remember the word to jog the memory, but something about the Renaissance, the movement of, oh, being able to be a poet and being able to produce a website and why that's important.
You know,
What's that?
don't let anyone pinhole you. Think bigger. Question authority. Omnipost. Do more than one thing well, but each thing separately. Don't be confused. Be fearless. Be brave. Whatever you want will come true. Be careful what your dreams are, because they will come true.
Cool.
If it's for God, it's no problem.
So here we go. Let's get some more poems for. This has been one of the more poemful hours that we've spent.
In a world without art, there can't be peace. No problems, just solutions. Republic, institution, revolution, evolution, destruction. Take a look in the eyes of a bird in flight. Present moving life. Cloud, dust, one of us to love in awareness, time together, part of nature. Be ecology, preservation, revelation, free as life's infinite digital society. Email soars, birds in cyberspace, jet roars, a new human race, culture, right, media, hype, 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 sustainable future, life, life, life.
Zatar.
Cooking with shit ain't no steak, don't taste as good, but's fun to make. Free the zombies of the night, crazing creatures, party life, just a victim of rock and roll, long hair, grow, grow, grow. I'm a party Frankenstein out of my mind, a rock and roll survivor, long hair on fire, long hair rules, high dancing fools, guitar, bass, drums, love, sex, fun. I'm a party Frankenstein out of my mind.
You are out of your mind.
This is true.
You are. You are. I guess it's important to do that in this world where everybody's locked into positions, right?
The world and the world of higher consciousness. Part of sky is just for I, my eye's perspective, unique. Through time I do seek a way to stay alive. Put food in my family's cry. Ecology eats with me, click, click. Ticks a clock of what we got to see for ourself. A vision for your eyes alone, a force in common, yet just for you to see and comprehend. Society, unity, civilized, just for your eyes. Cool. A man in blue hay in the fields, steers eating corn, corn, corn. America, birds and billboard signs. City surrounded by roads, tracks and wires. Sirens in the night. Internet, life, life, life. Love bar, long hair, stars aglow. Dares who dares. Lies sold, secrets told. Love's gold, money's sold. Rock star come alive, party, party to survive. Christ forgive me for I have sinned, the book of lambs wants me in.
When do you write most of the time? Do you have a particular time of day or any particular way of writing that you want to share with us?
You wake up from a deep sleep, you hear a voice, you write it down. You're walking down the street, you hear a voice, you write it down. You meditate, you write it down. It's tongues, you're speaking in tongues, your kundalini is flowing, you've got to let it out. It's your evolutionary purpose. We are extremely frail instruments of human destiny on the wild path called life.
That is an incredible way to get us closer to our finish here. Zatar keeps pushing the limit here. So, are you out reading anywhere particular that people might catch you sometime soon, or should they look for you in any particular place? And where on the site might they be be able to find the?
Well, we have on the forums we have Earth Poetry, and anyone could dish us with a poem there, and that's probably the best place to cybernetically reach everybody like here. I just think this is really great, and I want to thank you very much for putting this out in the cosmos, and this is the best, most important show on the internet by far in New York City, where it should be.
Thank you very much.
New York City, tit of the world, potholes and whores, cocks, businessmen, tickets and stores, lots of money, ghettos and locks, dying horses, Central Park, dirt and greens, 475 Park Avenue South, 5th floor. That's where you go to pay parking tickets.
Mr. Zatar, can we have our closing music to kind of wash this this show to its finish? And I want to thank you for coming. It was great.
Can we do a little Om?
Yeah.
Om.